Hello guys, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Uh, it's a beautiful Wednesday evening. Yamaha is here with me in the background. Decided to join us again today. He wasn't really here much yesterday, but you get to see him again. You may have already seen in the notifications what game we're playing, but just pretend it's a surprise. We're going to be playing Myst. That is the game that you guys voted on. I'm very excited to play it. It's my first time playing it ever. And it's going to be a fun mystery. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start getting into that. We're going to pull up the stream here now. Oh, there we go. Now it's up. So this game, well, it's an old game. Came out in the 90s, actually, on Macintosh, I want to say. This one is called the Masterpiece Edition because it came out like in 2001, I want to say, on PC. So it's like basically the same thing, just you can play it on PC now. It's a really classic OG puzzle game. You go to this island. There's some sort of mystery. I don't know what the mystery is going to be, but there's lots of puzzles everywhere. And I know this game because my uncle, I'm pretty sure, played it. He's the guy that got me into PC games in the first place. And so I'm excited to see what it's all about. This is Myst Masterpiece Edition. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed. And so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
So Myst is a book. I had no idea that Myst was a book. Who is this guy that wrote this book? What's the ending gonna be? Okay. I guess we're gonna click this. Here we are on this island. I guess we just teleported here after clicking on this book. I'm confused about why we were in the middle of nowhere in the dark where this book landed and fell in front of us, but we sure were there and we sure found this book. And yeah, this is an old game, so we're not gonna actually get to move around. We're just gonna get to click our We're gonna click and it's gonna move us to different scenes. So I'm turning to the right now. I'm gonna turn to the left. Where do you think we should explore first? Claude Moore, have you ever played this before? I have never played this before. My very first time. Do we go up here to the weird gears on top of the hill? Do we go over here to like the weird Grecian temple looking thing by the trees? Do we look just at the edge of the dock? Do we go out into the water? Can we drown? Maybe. Chuckstuck619 wants to go up the hill. Let's go up the hill. Kate Bush. Running up that hill. Is that who you're talking about? Does she sing that? What does the switch do? Huh. We'll keep that in mind. There's a weird switch there. I wonder what it's for. Let's keep going up this hill. You did get me to sing. Well done. You caught me off guard. It won't happen again. another switch. That also seems to do nothing. Oh, and we can click on this gear, but it's not doing anything. Oops. How do I turn around? I didn't mean to leave the hill. Okay, we can go back down. Oops. Doesn't look like we can do anything. Oh, we can stare up at the top of this little volcano-looking thing. We need a sing jar. Give Yama tree every time we get you to sing. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute idea. I think I'm gonna do that. I have treats right here. You gotta shake it so he knows to come. Usually he comes pretty fast when he hears that. I don't know what's preoccupying him. Twerk. No. No. Yamaha gets a whole churro treat if you can get me to twerk. Oh, there he is. He's entered. There we go. This is very ethereal music. Kind of foreboding. But it doesn't look like I can do anything up here right now. Like I said, I can click on this gear, but it's not doing anything. I can turn this switch on and off, also not doing anything. Let's go down the stairs and explore some more. Who wants to go to the Grecian temple? Ooh, there's a note on the ground. It says, Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our 4 chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours. I can't read his name. It starts with an A. Is it Atris? Atris? I don't know. But he wants us to go to the 4 chamber beside the dock, which I'm assuming is this chamber here on the side. Because it's next to the dock. That's the only chamber that's next to the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on the island. We found 2 switches. Maybe there's more. Enter that into the imager. I'm not sure what the imager is. To retrieve the message. So this person left us a message and left us a puzzle to figure out how to get there. Oh. Whoops, I wanted to try and enter that 4 chamber. Oh, now we can enter it. So here's another switch. That's 3 marker switches. Ooh. That was a crazy door opening animation. I'm enjoying that noise. Okay, let's go in. Oh, that's creepy. Why is there a dentist chair here? God, you can turn off the lights and look at the stars. Who here wants their dental work done under the stars in this creepy room? I should not look at this in the dark. Let's go turn the lights back on. You do, Grumpy Llama? Good for you. You're braver than me. Oh, we're sitting in the chair. Right? Yeah, we're sitting in the chair. January 1st, 0:12 a.m. Oh, and we can enter a date. May 10th. What's today, the 22nd? Not that that actually is going to do anything. It's going to be 19:11. Oh wait, which one of these is the year and which one? I don't know. We obviously don't know what date's supposed to go in here just yet. was a scary noise. So we'll look at this later. Ooh, there's crazy noises. Catastrophe 15, I voted for this. Hyped to watch you play. I'm glad you voted for it. You got your wish. I'm excited for you guys to watch me play. Okay, it looks like that's all that's in this room. We'll have to come back to this later. Let's turn off the lights before we leave. Whew. The noises in this game are uncanny. That was a little scary. Like, I get that that's just a closing door sound, but it was just a little too loud. LOL, this game came out in 93 when you could just use a 2-digit year date. True. I'm surprised we can still play this game after the year 2000. We just went inside of the fireplace. Couldn't tell you why. That's possible, but we did it. Huh. Why is it that when we get in the fireplace, we turn around? I also love the hardwood. It is beautiful. I wish I was rich enough to decorate my house like this. Okay, what's this book? Last time we opened a book, we, not again. I was gonna say, last time we opened up a book, there was like a picture and then we jumped into it. What is this one? Okay, if I click on this, it doesn't do anything. So I don't know what's wrong with this book. Secret button on the left in fireplace. Shh. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Okay. Oh. I can just pick up this paper. Ah! What was that?
Are you? See you.
I don't know.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Help me.
That was so, okay. Okay. That was too much. I loved that and hated it at the same time. There's something so uncanny about like these old games where everything is pixely animated and then randomly you have animations of people that aren't animations. They're literally just video recordings. Like, for some reason, having video recordings inside of these old animated things... Oh, how did I pause the game? That was weird. Anyways, having those video animations inside of these pixel old games just feels so spooky. It's good for games like this. I don't like Bookman either, Sassy Flower. He's a little too much. Okay. I clicked on the painting, and it made a noise. Let's do it again. Interesting. Okay, what's gonna happen when I click on the books? Oh, there's so many books. Oh no, are they each gonna... Oh, thank God. This one has normal book things in it. This is a long... story. Ooh. Well, let me know if you want to read this whole thing right now, but I think I'm going to come back to this later. I feel like we should explore more before I start spending long hours reading books. Ooh. This book is... Beat to Hell. What about this one? Same... Also falling apart. These books are not in good condition. It said no. Huh. Oh, this one's like missing stuff. But it definitely has instructions. And I'm sure these will be important for some of the puzzles. Ooh. I always love a piano puzzle. 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. And I'm assuming this is a map of the island. Couldn't tell you where we are right now. We're on the dock somewhere. The dock could be anywhere along this coast. It's a lot of coast. Are there any other books that are still usable? This one looks usable. Stone Ship Age. I have heard that this game is really, really hard. Like, one of the reviews on Steam was like, there's nothing that humbles you more than like a 90s style puzzle game. And so I am expecting to spend a lot of time figuring out some of these puzzles. I already looked at this one. This one's new. Broken. I think I looked at all the books that I need to for now. Alright. I feel very educated and literary now. Oh. Huh. Well, that was a fun trapdoor, or secret passageway door. Ooh. It does look creepy. Brace yourselves. I hope nothing jumps out at us. Oh, this is a really creepy hallway. Ooh. Ugh. Are we brave enough? Are we gonna go in? To the library. We just read so many books, though. The painting said no. That sounds like... Oh. The painting said no. I see what you're saying. Oh, we were in the library and now we're in the tower? Is that what's going on? Or do I have that backwards? Oh. There's two different ladders in here. One has a key symbol next to it, and one has a book symbol next to it. Which one should we look? Which one should we go up first? What are you guys thinking? Got it. Okay. Well, it looks like there's just a door that's really scratched up here. Maybe we need a key to get through there. Grumpy Llama 59 said book. And maybe I should have listened to them first. Looks like key was a bust. Okay, it looks like this one is also closed. Doesn't look like I can click on anything up here. I'm trying. Clicking a lot. So, looks like there's not much to do up here yet. Let's go back into the creepy elevator. This does feel really impressive for a 90s video game. It feels very immersive. What was here? Is that where the painting was that we pressed? Did we already click this painting? This one also makes a noise, and it's a map. I didn't know they even had computers in the 90s. They did. So it's saying tower rotation. So I just rotated the tower, apparently. Was that the, where the gears were? No, no, I think the gears were over here on this little green patch. This tower I don't think we've gone to yet. Oh no! Try the ladders again. Yeah, I think that's what we're supposed to do. I think we just rotated where all those ladders are going to go towards, if that makes sense. Like if we go through the elevator, up into the tower, maybe all the doors rotated and they're facing the right way so we can actually go inside them. Let's see what this does. So book looks the same. That's exactly how book looked before, didn't it? It was like partially open, but not very open. And same with this one. This one's exactly the same as it was before too. Like open, but there's a wall behind it. So, not sure what we're gonna do there yet. I don't know how we're gonna decide which direction it should go. Yeah, see, we could rotate it again, Sassy Flower, but it only rotated a little bit, and I don't want to have to rotate like 15 degrees and then go and check, and then 15 degrees and then go and check, and over and over and over again yet. I bet there's a clue somewhere that tells us exactly which direction should point. See, because that line right there is where it's pointing right now, and if we click this, it rotates it again. Sorry for your ears, that's an ugly noise. But yeah, I want to know which point it's supposed to go before I try fiddling around with that too much more. That is a small rotation. That is great. This is the one that I already... Ooh. Is this that same book? Or is this a different book? We don't see the crazy man, so it must be a different one. And last time we put a page in the book, and then we saw little glimpses of a crazy man in that animation. So, what's gonna happen this time in this book when we put the page in? Ooh. I don't like him either.
Bring me your leg.
What?
I can't see.
Alright, who thinks the first guy was creepier and who thinks this guy was creepier? Because I think this guy was even creepier than the first guy. Second guy, yeah. I agree, you're right. And then somehow I got this idea that there might be a little switch on the side in here. I have no idea where I got that idea. Would never have been someone in the chat. But let's press it and see what happens. Oh my god, it looks like we're getting crushed. Ah! Oh, weird. We're dead. This is what heaven looks like, guys. What should I draw? Can I get rid of them? Ooh. Let's get rid of that real quick. No, I would never draw that sassy flower for you. Okay, how do I get out of here? Who was in charge of sound effects? I don't know. This was the 90s. It makes me think of Half-Life. They had weird sound effects too, like things that didn't quite match up with what you expected, and some of them are very, very jarring. Also, how do we get out of here? I kind of want to get out. Why are we stuck? The devil, I think. You're probably right. The sound effects are really, really harsh on the ears. By the way, welcome to the chat, Temujin. I'm not sure how to pronounce your gamer name. Maybe we rotated the tower and that's why we can't see the door. Right, Sassy Flower 42. I think that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay, everyone cover your ears, because I'm going to click this a lot, and it's going to make really bad noises. I think that's close to where we were, right? When we first entered. Close, but not that yet. Sounds like a dial-up. It kind of does. The dial-up noise was crazy. Still not open. Still not open. We're just gonna keep checking. Because I feel like there's a lot more to explore on the island. I don't want to be stuck here yet. Still not open. Maybe that thing that opened the stairs closed the door. True, that's a good point. Let's try that. Which painting was it that opened the stairs? It's probably the painting of the stairs. Well, that didn't do anything. Oh, hey. Okay, so the painting of the stairs opens up the stairs, and the painting of the door opens up the doors. We solved our first puzzle, guys. This game is easy. Oh, I'm disoriented. Okay, so that's the little mausoleum thing we were just in. And here is the spaceship? True. Credit, we'll give you credit for that. Yay, what do you think of the game so far? I like it so far. It's a little confusing, but that's what I was expecting. That's what I'm excited for. Oh, and how many of these little switches have we found so far? Is this our fourth one? Because we need to be tracking that, I'm pretty sure. How do I go here? Oh. So here's a little power switch. I'm sure we have to turn on power somewhere, and then that'll maybe power the giant spaceship. How did I find this game? It's a cult classic. My uncle played it when I was a little kid, and it's really popular among nerdy gamer people. Oh. So that's something. It looks like all of these poles have a different animal on them. Oh, this one has an anchor. That's not an animal. There's another switch. I think we're at 5. What cult is your uncle in? Yeah, well, the Mormon cult is what I said. How do I look at this one? There we go. That's a leaf. That's a little cross. And that's like an ostrich or something. Some kind of bird. And what's in this little pot? What's in this little pond? Oh, there's an old boat. What is this boat for? Okay. There's lots of stuff going on. We know there's lots of puzzles already. There's the poles with the different symbols on them. There's like the rotating tower with those ladders. There's like all those books. Oh, this is creepy. What time is it? Good question. I don't know what time it is in this game. It's in the 90s, I assume. Oh, what time is it on the clock tower? Good question. Once I come out of here, we'll have to check. Ooh. This door looks foreboding. Ah! Oh. Oh my god, is this like... Oh, it's a power generator. I thought it was going to be like nuclear warheads or something. So I press these different buttons, and then it changes the power somehow. My ears. This is a this is a rough game for sound design. I do not have nuke code, SassyFlower42. Push all the buttons? Okay, well, everyone turn your volume down. I'll give you a few second warning before I push all of them. It's too late, Reese, with the spoon. I'm gonna press all of them. Ready, 1, 2, 3, go. Is everyone's ears okay? It was really loud. So what was interesting though was as we pressed more buttons, this dial on the left went all the way up. It went all the way up to 99, right? And then the one on the right did not change at all. So I don't know what the one on the right is supposed to be or what's supposed to change it. Oh, what's this? Okay, here's a little diagram. The left one is just power in general, I think. And then the right one is power to the spaceship. And who knows how we turn on power to the spaceship. We couldn't move that dial at all. And generator switches are numbered this way. On the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the right side, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should write that down in my little notebook. It's notebook time. I'm just writing down the order of the switches in case I need in case something else tells me sequence of numbers. Maybe that's going to tell me what buttons I should press. These trees are, I guess I wouldn't call them pretty, but in real life I'm sure they're pretty. Now someone asked about the clock tower. Was there a clock tower? I'm not sure I'm seeing a clock tower, actually. Maybe it's somewhere else. Oh, that's a clock tower. Oh, it's noon, I think. It's definitely not midnight, it's light up. It's noon. And that's where I just went. There's another switch. I've already lost count of the switches. That's at least 5, maybe 6. Okay. Oh, can we even get to the clock tower? Put that time in the dentist chair. That's a good idea, but what date am I going to put in the dentist chair? Because there's a month, a date, year, and then time. And then How does this affect things? Okay, rate those sounds 1 out of 10. Here's the one on the left. And then here's the one on the right. Out of 10, I give the one on the left a solid 2. And on the right, I like it a little bit more. I give it a 3.5. Actually, no, I give this one a 5. Solid 5 out of 10. How are we supposed to know which way these dials are supposed to go? Oh, and there's another switch next to the clock tower. That's 7, I think? Grumpy Llama loves these sounds. 10 out of 10. And it looks like that's all that's over here. What else is there to explore? We already went in that. We already looked at this note. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve your message. So this is also talking about the dentist chair, right? Those change the time on the clock tower, are you sure? Go back to the clock tower. Ah! Oh, where was this before? I'll have to come check that out again. Oh, these do change the time. Is that moving the big hand? Yes, and then the little hand moves with this. Oh, the little hand moves a lot. I just moved it once and then it moved like 4 hours. 5 hours? Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna calculate that out when we know what time to do. But we don't know what time to do, so we're not gonna worry about that yet. So here's a cute little cabin in the woods. It's probably selling for, you know, $500,000. No heating or plumbing. Sold as is. Cash offers only. Oh, can I close the door? Oh, thank God. That would be too creepy, actually. Here's a little safe. Okay, rate this sound out of 10. I think I like it better than the little clock tower change things. What do you call those? 3 out of 10. That's harsh. Wow, you really know a lot about buying houses? I know too much. Me and my partner put 5 offers on a house in the last 2 months and lost all of them. And so now we're renting for another couple years. 10. I agree with the 10. This is a solid sound. I like the resonance. I like how deep it is. It's solid 10 out of 10. So I don't know. It doesn't let me click this picture over here. I don't know what it's a picture of. Here's some sort of tank. Looks like maybe I can put wood in the bottom. Is this like a water tank? And if I... What happens if I turn this? Does that sound like gas is coming out? Should I close this? That sound is softer. Okay, it's empty now. I wonder what happens if I leave the gas on. Can I die? This feels like one of those games where you could probably die in random ways. keep going. Fuck, dude. So now is the hard part. We've found all these different confusing things, little puzzles everywhere, but we don't know how to find the information to solve those puzzles. Who's dude? Wouldn't you like to know? But dude will be blown. And dude is gonna like it. Can I go? Oh, here's a sunken ship in real life. Remember that little pond had like a miniature sunken ship? Here's one that looks really similar, I think. Doesn't let me click on it or do anything. Oh. But there it is. Is that how we got here? Bail it out? Just get a bucket and just start bailing it out? Lots of little jump scares in this game. Ooh. This place is creepy in a fun way, I think. I think I like this one. Oh, listen to that music. It's dramatic. Oh, it's getting lighthearted now. Oh my god. This is creepy as hell. Oh my god, the music stops when you look at it closer and then it picks back up. When you look away. Secret tunnel. What is this? Okay. Well, that is two. Yamaha gets another treat. Good job, guys. Good boy, good boy. He deserved that one. That's why I sang. So this is interesting. It shows me this little pattern in the pool and doesn't let me interact with it. I'm trying to click on it right now, but nothing's happening. And when I click this button again, it just turns back into water. Everything here is just so cryptic. What is this? Wait, no, I wanted to read the note. Ah! Oh. I thought I set off a bomb for a second. Okay, settings. Dimensional imager. Oh, hey! This is the antechamber next to the dock that we're supposed to put in the number. So dimension, I assume, or at least. Topographical extrusion test is 40. Water turbulent pool is 67. Marker switch diagram 47. So let's enter these numbers and see what happens. Topographical extrusion test is 40. Let's see what happens when I change this to 40. Ooh, no bombs going off this time. It really sounds like it, but that's not what actually happens. Ooh. Is that a map? Oh my god, it's pretty. Looks like the Matterhorn. You love that sound? That was a good sound. Even the scary bomb sound was a good sound. It just freaked me out a little bit. But okay. Well, that's a really fun, cute map. I'm not sure if it helps me at all, but it was kind of fun. Let's look at some of these other numbers. Oh, I already forgot. what the other numbers were. Scary bomb sound is good sound. It's a fun sound. Props to the sound designers on that one. So water turbulent pool is 67. That's what it was already set to when we got in here. So that was like the water that we were looking at. Let's do 47. You're so right, Grumpy Llama. 47 is what we should do next. And here's the bomb sound. Let's see what happens. What is it gonna look like? RT. Are you saying retweet? I had a friend who would say that in high school all the time. Retweet, retweet. Whenever she thought someone said something cool. What was that? Let's do it again. This rotating image of an outhouse? Or some block on a stone? Reverse transcription? You guys are getting a little too fancy for me. I don't know if I can keep up. Oh, marker switch diagram. Duh, that was a picture of a marker switch. Okay. Well. Oh. Wait. Was that it? Oh yeah, that's just a little... That looked like it was going to be a ladder that leads down even lower to a different chamber, but it's not. Okay guys, remember this note here that we read a little while ago? It said, yada yada, there's a message. Enter the number of marker switches on the island into the imager to retrieve the message. So let's try and count all the marker switches that we found and enter that number and see what happens. I don't know if we have found all of them, but yeah. Oh, and you know what? We should make sure that they're all pointing a certain way so we know that we've already counted them. Let's have them down. Down means we've seen them before. So here's one. Not going back in there right now. So one switch. Two marker switches. You love that. I don't know. That door is a little creepy. There was a switch in here, right? Maybe not. Well, that's not what I was trying to get. Here's 3 switches. That's not a marker switch. That's just something else. We've got 3 so far. There's 4. One on the dock. Did I miss the one on the dock? Let's go back to the dock. Oh, you're so right. This one, that's 5. Whoops. I already counted that one. Was there one in the creepy... Oh. Whoa. Oh, hey! So there's another one of these power switches. That's good to know. I don't even know how I got here. That's the fun thing about these kinds of games, is the controls are a little confusing. Sometimes. Or like the navigation is a little confusing. Here's this one, that's 7, or 6. I can count, I promise. Was there one down here? I don't think there was down one in here. Let's leave. There's one next to that tower, so that's 7. How did I... There we go. And here's 8. Ooh, let's not leave the gas on. So, I'm only seeing 8 so far. Unless somebody else has seen more. Maybe there are secret areas that we haven't gotten to where there are other ones. But until we find those, I want to try 8. This little machine and see if anything happens. So 0, 8. Let's see what it shows. What are we gonna see?
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you viewed it, just to be safe.
Okay, lots going on there. That was the second groupie guy from the one book, if you guys remember that. And he doesn't know who's destroying his books? Is that what the villains are doing here? We were supposed to erase this message. I have no idea how to erase a message on this. I guess we can at least just change the number. Just change the number. Make it something random. What else did he say? He said a few interesting things. He talked about the tower rotation. It's not the same guy, same actor though. Confusing. Really? Oh my god, that is very confusing. How do you know that? One man show. So, I don't feel like that gave me a lot of hints on things to do. What should I do next? Enter the number marker switches on the silent to the imager to retrieve your message. That was Atris, because this is his message. Oh, we're Catherine. That's our name. In case you wanted to know. Zebra French says, "I just know. I won't say more, but they're not meant to be the same person." Okay, I'll take your word for it. So different people. Is there anything for us to do in here yet? Not really. We still just have this time and date that we don't know what we're supposed to enter. So many white guys with glasses. It is confusing. Too many. Oh gosh, are we just gonna have to try every single rotation? Or do we need to maybe we need to find more pages to find the messages in these books. Because if you remember, I don't want to open it up right now to show you because it was really, really long. But once we opened them, there was just a lot of static at first. And then once we put the page in and then opened them, there was a lot of static with just a few snippets of a message. And assuming that if we add more pages, we'll get more snippets of that message and be able to figure out what they're saying. I don't know where to look for those pages. Is it time to read the books? Let's read one of the books. Who's ready for a bedtime story? Alright, here we go. Okay, I have called this age Channel Wood, and it is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Probably the island we're on. Elsewhere there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. Passageways are built just above the water. Okay. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people. Oh, there are people here. But I've arrived here late and I must rest. Okay. So this person arrived on the island that we're on. ASMR. Yeah, here we go. Enjoy this bedtime story, ASMR. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. Creepy. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Okay, that's the one thing that I remember about my uncle playing this game, was I remember there was one puzzle where you're trying to like build a bridge or something, and there was a crazy monkey-looking guy at the end that like would ruin your work, and he was really creepy, and that's part of the reason I was excited to play this game, because it was like intriguing, creepy enough to be intriguing. This would be so much better if I could read. Reading is so hard. I'm doing it for you though, so don't worry, you don't need to read. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. The response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. Reading is fundamental? No, you don't need to read. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level, approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. Okay. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. The library is open. It's reading time. Okay, next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. So it sounds like this is like the informant of the king. His thin head, okay. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Oh my god. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. So why did this guy come to this island in the first place? As I suspected, the ancient creature is human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning, and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me that he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly. Some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time, then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Oh, thank you, Reese with the spoon. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment. Okay, so the island started sinking and a lot of humans died. Okay, this is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. Oh, they stopped it from sinking. It didn't just sink halfway because that's how much it was going to sink in the first place? Okay, oh, you guys. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. See, that's what I was saying. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there, and the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. Take a drink of water. It is time to take a drink of water. Thanks for keeping me hydrated, Donkey C, Donkey 2. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded with him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Are you always obedient? No comment. Depends. Okay. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carried away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. Oh, we were on a pier. I keep getting distracted. Reese with the spoon. Are you always with your spoon? Never leave home without it. Good, good. I heard a story about a use for a spoon the other day. For someone who served a mission in Africa. I won't give more details. With the use of some potion, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As the strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts color. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. Oof. We are not almost done with this book. There's still a long ways to go. Okay. I'm not twerking, guys. Sorry. I'm not that obedient. Okay, going on. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. Hey, we're Catherine. So this is definitely the guy that's talking to us and leaving us messages. So he is learning their language. He's lived there for a while. He returned home. And we are refusing to come with him to this island. We want to stay home with our sons. But why did we come eventually? How many followers until you twerk? 50. Well, once I reach affiliate, I'll twerk for you guys. It'll be really bad. Don't get your hopes up. Really don't get your hopes up. I'm unpracticed and stiff. However, I'm sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Akinar will react to its curious habits. What names? Crazy. Would you name your kids this? Cirrus and Akinar? Let me know in the chat. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. Are his sons the other people in the book? The ones that were like zipping in and out of the message? Akatar? Cirrus and Akatar, that's what we're gonna call them. They enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I wonder how old these kids are while they're coming to this weird island to speak with monkeys and learning their language really fast. Are they like really, really young? Are they adults? I'm leaving tomorrow to check on Osmoin age. So it sounds like he travels to different times. He's like a time traveler, and this is one specific time that we're on right now. This island is in a certain age. Interesting. I wonder how he time travels. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay, though the idea unsettles me. I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to the request. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. I'm willing to bet they didn't follow it. There's no way. They're probably really arrogant. Oh, and I'm right. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Ever Dunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choctic? The Choctic? I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Akinar. Here. See Ever Dunes journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Cirrus and Akatar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. Ooh, lots is going on. And for a little longer time. Okay. The boys are earning his trust. Good for them. Good for them. Oh, this is a short entry. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Cirrus and Akatar are staying behind again. Okay. Here's one in red ink. Is this one going to be ominous? I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Akatar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken. So they know Pran, whoever Pran is. Akinar, I know it's Akinar. I'm just making a joke about a court of thorns and roses. They were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. I'll start calling it the right word, Akinar, from now on. Just so it doesn't bother anyone. I know not everyone's an Akatar fan. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Akinar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. No, it doesn't bother you? Okay, we'll go back to Akatar. Whew. Oh my god, guys, we're so close. We got, like, 4 pages left. I've told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I'm reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from black. I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. Sassy seems like an Akatar stan. Pediatric. Panda addict. I don't know about pedantic. Do we need to have a another vocabulary lesson? If someone knows the word pedantic and its definition, please drop it in the chat. Enlighten us all. Oh, pedantic means a person who's excessively concerned with minor details and rules or with displaying academic learning. Okay, okay. So, pediatric is the top of doctor, I see. Thank you, Sassy Flower 42. We're getting all sorts of definitions today. Okay, cool. So pedantic means a nerd, someone who's stuck up. Is that right? Someone who's overly quick to correct details that don't really matter that much. Okay. Okay. I try not to be pedantic either. Right. Last entry. Oh my god, we're almost there. We're almost done with this book. It says, we will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can revisit some of the ages alone. Though I will have to think over the request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit this age again. And then we've got some illustrations here. We've got Future Bridge. Looks like this is a map. I don't know what this is a map of, but it looks like there's supposed to be a bridge that's coming. OMG, where we could all submit words and you have to flip through a dictionary. Oh. That would be an interesting stream. I don't know if I would watch that, but if you would watch that, maybe we should start one. When coming into this game, we need to remember all the details. True. True. Okay, so here's this fun map. If you guys have any idea what this map is of, let me know. This is a hint-friendly stream. Here is a diagram of what looks like to be a little turbine and a treehouse, I think. Pangea. This bitch don't know about Pangea. So we should try going to school. I hear they do that kind of stuff there. You guys are savage. Alright, I don't think I have it in me to read through all the other books right now, or any other books right now. One book at a time is enough. But let's see if we can find any of these things. No, I don't know if we're gonna find any of those things right now. Unless that's a map of the island. Is that a map of the island? Also, have we been to every place on here yet? We haven't been to this volcano yet. Or maybe we have. Maybe that's the tower that rotates. And we've been to all of these things. Have we been to this stone circle around a giant tree yet? I don't think so. Brain got a boop. You don't need that map quite yet. Okay, good to know. I won't stress over that map right now. Jump scare everyone. I don't know if that map will ultimately matter either. Cryptic. Oh, I forgot how harsh these noises were. I don't think we have any clues that'll tell us what pattern we're supposed to write here, so let's move on with this right now. But come to think of it, I don't feel like I have any clues for any of the puzzles yet. So if you have an idea of what I should look at and work on next, let me know. FNAF after this game. I don't know if I could handle FNAF. I also scare very easily. No, you gotta play the Myst sequel. Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it called Riven? I think it's on my Steam wish list. We'll definitely do another poll after this game is done. And we can put Riven on the poll. And maybe some of the other games that weren't voted for this last time. In my opinion, Riven is so much better than this game. Well, that's exciting. I know this game's supposed to be amazing. So if Riven is even better, that's great. That's great to hear. Oh yeah, that is good to know. So nothing's changed here, of course, because we didn't really change anything. Yeah, I do love this game, but Riven is on another planet in terms of experiences. Favorites in the Myst series, like in general. I didn't know there were more than two. I thought there was just this and Riven. Are there more than just that? Also, do we think the switches around the map need to be pushed a specific way? Riven, Grim Fandango. I don't think I've heard about that one. But good to know that there's more than just two. I'm gonna watch the book messages again and see if I can pick up any. Mine is Grand Theft Auto. Cool. Very cool, Chuckstuck 619.
Why?
Was that Who Are You?
Bring me
Pick
your
up on
leg.
that. Don't pick up on that either.
I can't
You
see.
so I can't see you.
You admit you must. Make a bring. I am serious.
Oh, that's Sirius, I think is what he said. So this is one of the brothers.
There's one thing I want. Rescue.
Did he say something about rescue, maybe? Okay, so I do think that these are the brothers in the books. Well, I don't know if their souls are in the books, but they like are the ones in the videos. So that was Cirrus. And then this other guy is Akatar, probably. What's your faves? There are more than 2 Myst games, but only this one and Riven are made by the original brothers. The rest were farmed out to other teams. Oh, good to know. So they don't have the same vibe. Okay. I hope they're still good, though. Because I might want to play more after this one. And Riven. Reese with the spoon. I only have enough skills for things like Stardew. Haha, that's why I asked. I don't know many games, but I'm impressed by the variety. Okay. Stardew was fun.
Serious?
Is this also the same actor? Just with like more facial hair?
See you. You know. Help me. Bring
Let me see.
blue pages.
He said something about pages.
Never. Pages. I must have the blue page.
Something about blue pages. Okay. He keeps saying Cirrus, but I don't know if that he's like trying to talk to Cirrus, or if he's saying that his name is Cirrus. This brother sounds like Akatar. Is that the voice you imagine in your head when you're reading Akatar? Yeah, and I still just have no idea which direction this is supposed to point. I think he said, Cirrus, is that you? Oh. Okay, that would make sense. Let's get out of here. So the brothers' books, we need red pages and blue pages to finish their messages, I think. And so we'll have to keep an eye out for pages lying around. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these markings, though. Or what we're supposed to do with all these switches. I assume some need to be up and some need to be down, depending on something. I'm sure there's some sort of pattern we need to look for. And I'm sure there's a specific pattern to these symbols that we need to press. I'm making lots of assumptions here. I don't have much to go off of. Who's ready to try the nuclear codes again? Zero, 0, generator switches. You know what happens when you assume? No, I don't know. What happens when you assume? Reese with the spoon. Generator switches. I wonder what happens if I just turn all of these on and then leave. And then try the power switches outside. Try it. It makes an ass of you and me. Very clever. Very clever. So we did notice that the one on the right did move this time. It like went up and up and up, and then all of a sudden it went down to 0, as if we like overloaded it. But then this time it didn't. Alright, it says I think maybe you have to push the buttons and make them add up to a number that would show up on the left. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So like if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, every time I try to add the next number to match the number on the left keeps going up. So that's kind of hard to do. Maybe there's a way to do it, though. I haven't figured out the pattern. Like when I click 10, okay, that's 9. When I click 9, that's 19. It's 22. I could have sworn the first time I tried it just now, this dial on the right was moving up for a bit, but I can't make it happen again. I don't know what I did. Oh, but I was going to try turning them all on and then leaving. Let's see if it happens. I made it. Whoops. Sorry, generator. Let's go over here. Who thinks it's gonna blow up? Nope. Nothing happened. What about the other one? There was another one here somewhere. Also another one there. And you can just tell that this is a door that's going to open. Like It's just the way that it's colored. It's like in Scooby-Doo, when you have like a rock that's just animated differently than the other ones, and you know that's the one that's gonna move. Are there only 2 of these towers in between the generator and the spaceship? That looks to be the case. Turn it all back off again. I don't know, do I need to read more books to get more clues? Is that what you have to do up front? Just do a lot of reading? And then go from there? Oh, this tower's on like a gear. It's like a gear sticking out of the water. That's interesting. Who wants to make the cabin blow up? Anyone? Let's try that. Let's open it up all the way. Gosh, how far can I open? Maybe it just doesn't stop. How far can I open? And you said me? What does that mean, donkey see, donkey see? Or were you saying me too, I want to see you blow it up? That would make more sense. Well, so far nothing's blown up. Oh, but here's that stone circle that we saw on the map. Doesn't look like there's much for me to do with it, though. Okay. Wrap over the squeeze. I made Donkey mad? Why is Donkey mad? I'm gonna close this. So on this screen there's a picture of that giant tree with a stone circle. I guess it's not a stone circle, it's a brick circle. So I assume once we get this water heater to start, something's gonna happen to this tree. I made Donkey waffles. Does Donkey eat waffles? Can Donkey eat waffles? Will Donkey eat waffles? I'm gonna look at the books again. I'm not gonna read the whole stories, but I am gonna look at the diagrams and see if there's anything that gives us more clues. Okay, here's a boat. Here's a picture of a submersible lamp. I can give a small nudge if you need one. Or brute force the code, it's only 3 digits. I have done that in puzzle games before. It takes forever. But, I don't want to do that this time. I want to solve it the right way. I did that in abduction. I don't know what abduction is. What is that? Is that one also in this series? I only learned today that there's more than Myst and Riven. Here's some sort of lighthouse. It's 227 or something low like that is lucky. That would have sucked if it was 999 and you had to go through every single number. 1, 2, 3. We could try that. What is this? It looks like I have no idea what this is. Is this a map? Is this a contraption? Oh, there's constellations. There were stars in the little dentist lab on the ceiling. I wonder if this has something to do with that. Oh! And they line up with images, the images on the poles. You say, I think it's the same developers. Okay. Have you played all of these games then? Okay, let's look for these symbols, or for these constellations in the dentistry lab, and do that next. I don't think I want to hint just yet. Oops. Navigating in these games is always fun. So maybe this is just a bunch of those constellations from the book in a certain order? Or maybe not. I think I'm going to have to write down or draw a picture of those constellations. Let's do that right now. Okay, notebook time, notebook time. So the anchor is this one with 3 big stars and then 4 little stars. Kind of in a triangle, and then 1, 2, 3 little belts, and then 1 below. And that is the anchor. I won't show you a picture of my drawings because it's very, very crude. Does not look very good. Okay, so the eye is 4 stars in a row, 2 big ones in the middle, and then 2 small ones on the edges. And that's an eye. The snake is more complex. There's 3 big stars. This triangle pattern, and then 2 next to the one on the left, and then 2 off on their own on the right. And that's the snake. I tried drawing a snake, but it looked really bad, so I had to label it as a snake. Spiders next. There are 4 big stars, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. Really big one way down at the bottom. And then a bunch of little stars all around. I'm sure this is really boring to watch at this point, but it has to be done. I need to be able to see what this looks like. Okay, and then the cross is 4 big stars on each side. And then 3 little stars, kind of making a line in the middle. And there's 3 more. Almost there. We've got the arrow, just only 2 big stars. 2 little ones next to them. Oh, 2 little stars in each corner, basically. Flamingo. Can we see your drawings? I mean, if you really, really want to. I also have like literal work notes, so I'll try to cover those up. I use the same notebook for work and for this. But here's some of those stars that I'm drawing. They might be inverted. I'm not sure how my camera is set up. Here's the next page. Thank you, Sassy Flower. And the flamingo is next. There are 3 big ones. And a bunch of little ones. 3 all in a row down here, one by itself. I don't know if that's really a flamingo, but I'm just going to call it flamingo. Some sort of big bird. And then the leaf is really random looking. 3 big stars in 3 of the corners. And the other corner has a bunch of random little ones. And that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that lines up with how many columns there were, right? Were there 8 columns outside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one over here that's 8. Yep. Okay. You guys all memorized that, right? You guys can help me out here. So do I see... Oh my god, this is a lot. This is hard. Maybe I'm missing information. Maybe there needs to be like a grid on the screen that comes up when I do something else that'll help me out. Because I don't think I'm gonna solve it this way. Okay, yeah, let's leave that be for now. We've got those stars written down for later. Or we've got the star charts drawn out, at least. Let's look at some other books. Donkey do try the lower left. The lower left book. Again, I've read too much today already. The library is not open. We're just gonna look at pictures. I'm a picture book kind of guy now. So there's a weird stairway. There's another sort of map. Oh, this looks like the tower. Oh hey, maybe this is telling us which direction the tower needs to go. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 in each quadrant. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Does that line up with the map over here? Are there 16 different ways that it can point? Okay, cover your ears. Here's one that's pointing almost directly to the right, a little bit too high. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Whew. I already know that was wrong. There were like way too many different positions in the same quadrant. So that's not what that was talking about. That's probably something else. Maybe. Insignia of Black Ship. Keep an eye out for this flag, I guess. Oh, that one's busted. That's busted. What about this book? Oh, this one's missing a lot of stuff. Well, there's that spaceship, that rocket ship outside. Sure wish I could read what they wrote about it. There's the piano puzzle thing again. Wish we could find a piano to use it on. Hmm. Well, let's see. I could use a nudge now if you guys are still willing to give one. I think I need a little bit more direction. That's always the hardest thing about puzzles like this. It's like you just don't know where to start. There's just so much going on. It's always really easy when you know for sure what the clues are and what the mechanism is, and you just need to figure out how the clues fit into that mechanism. But there's so many different mechanisms and so many different clues. Direction and magnitude. Yes, I could use a little vector telling me which direction and magnitude to go in. If the power for the ship goes too high, it'll trip the breakers at the top of those ladders. And if you recall the recorded video message, he said something along the lines of, if you need help, don't forget the tower rotation. Don't forget the tower rotation. Okay. I've got 2 hints now. Let's see. I may need a second to think this through. Oh. Wait. So if the power for the ship goes too high, it'll trip the breakers at the top of those ladders. Hydrating and thinking time, yes, yes. We all need a little bit of that. So those breakers... Oops. Let me look at one of them. So those breakers are... I don't know how breakers work. Are they on when they're allowing things through and then they trip off when they get tripped and there's too much and so they turn off? Is that what it is? I think that's what I'm going to call them. So they're on right now, and they will let electricity through to the ship. But once there's too much power, then they break, and you need to start over again. I think is what they're saying. So that gives me something to work with, because the dial on the right sometimes moves up, but then trips all the way back down to 0. And the one on the right is going to the spaceship, so that makes sense. So I think we need to find the exact amount of power to put in before it breaks, before the breakers get set off. I was never good at physics. Me neither. I was thinking about this today. I don't remember why, but it's been almost exactly 10 years since I took a physics class. Because I'm old and I graduated high school 10 years ago. But anyways, so those breakers are working right now. They're not tripped, I think. So if we press buttons, this dial on the right should start going up. And we just need to keep an eye on the number and see how high we can go before it drops back down to 0. That's my strategy right now. So we're going to start off really safe with a nice 1. And nothing worked already. Let's check both. So that theory did not work yet. Maybe I need to go to both the breakers and make sure that they're both on before I try this out. Let's try this again. Running over to the other breaker. Okay. So I think they're both set and ready to go. Let's see if I can get that right dial to move again. Because I know it's moved before. It's always got to do that creepy little light sequence before I can do anything. So starting off with 1. Hey! That moved it up to 10. So we know it can go at least up to 10. That did 7. If I do both of them, does it do 17? That's the real question. Yes, it did go up to 17. So I'm going to make notes of this. The top left one adds 10, the next one adds 7. That one adds 8. 16 and 5. Writing those down now. 1, 2, oops. 22. 22, 19, and 9. Okay. So I think my strategy is to start with 22, because I know it can go that high, and then start adding all the smallest numbers next, until it gets tripped off. And then we'll record what number that is and see... Well, we'll record what number we stopped at, and what number we I'll explain it once we get there. So it's 22. Let's add 1. It's not tripped off yet. Adding 2 more. Adding 5. So we can at least do 30. Adding a little more. 37, we can go that high. And let's go up to 45. Go up to 54, and then it tripped at 64. So the number is somewhere between 54 and 64, right? Because it was still going at 54, and when I added that top left one, which was adding 10 up to 64, it broke and went down to 0. And I think I'm going to have to go back to those breakers and reset them before we can try again. And I'll try to do this fast. Okay, that one's good to go. My god, I think he's got it. I hope so. And now we have to do some fun math to figure out how to get exactly up to 54, and then, well, no, we should try to aim for exactly the middle. So the exact middle number between 54 and 64 is going to be 59, I believe? 59 or 60? So how do we add up these numbers to get to 59? See, I've got a 22 plus a 16, which will get me to... Whew. It's been a long time since I had a math class, too. It's been 10 years. I never took math in college. So that's 38. And if I add 19, that'll get us to... Oh gosh. 38 plus 19, that's 48 plus 9, which is 48 plus 9. What is 48 plus 9? Any help in the chat? 49 plus 8 is easier because we just take 1 off of 8 to get us to 50, so 57? Right? I think that's right. So I found 3 buttons that'll get us to 57. Let's see if that trips it off or not. If it does, then we know that it's between 54 and 57. If it doesn't, then we know it can be a little bit higher. Oh, thanks, Clonbar. 57. Okay, pressing those 2 numbers. Hey, we were right, 57. And so it's between 57 and 64. Let's add a little bit more. Between 59 and 64. Okay. I think that was it. We did it at 59, and then the last one I added was 1. Which means would be 60. So it is 59 is the max that we can do. And Wait a minute. Which ones did we press for that? Oops. Gotta go through the whole sequence again. So we have this little L shape pressed. And I think we're going to add up all these numbers and see what number we get, and maybe that'll be a clue for something else. So we had 4 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6. Let's see if we can do that math real quick. I dropped my pencil. I found my pencil. And I'm going to get out of here to do that math. Oof. That was too loud. Shouldn't I go back to 59 and not 60 before adding... Oh, you're so right. Let's reset everything and then get back to 59. And then we'll add the numbers. Actually, I don't know if we even need to reset everything, but we'll do it anyways, just to be safe. Grumpy Llama 59 said, good old Heinz? Are we talking about Heinz ketchup? Let's see, getting up to 59, we pressed these numbers. Okay, so it's just these 4 buttons that got us there. So that was 4 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7. Is anyone really good at math? Heinz 57 fancy ketchup. Oh, it does have 57 on the bottle, doesn't it? Off the top of my head, I could never have told you which number was on those bottles, but I'm glad that you remember. 4 plus 9 is 13. 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. Clonmore says 28. If I add 13 plus 15, I also get 28. So let's try 28 on something. What if we try to get 28 on the left dial and just leave it there? Is the spaceship going to work? Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. How do we get to 28 from those numbers? I could do 19, 8, and 1 would add up to 28. I'm going to try that. Herbs and spices, and 56 of them are sugar. What is the one spice then? Ketchup. Do you guys think the spaceship is gonna work? It made a noise. It didn't make a noise when I clicked it before, but it's not actually working. Go to 59, then click the rocket door. Sure, let's try that. Oops, I'm going the wrong direction. Six of them are locked in a vault. Oh, the spice is locked in a vault. That's right. They aren't going to share their secrets. Okay, we've set it to 59. Let's see if the rocket ship works. Hey! Okay. Oh, and there's a piano in here. That was interesting. Wow, we can make lots of different noises. That's fun. They all have the same range. I hope I don't have to pick out the note by ear. Hopefully if I just play a note, then it'll happen over... Oh no, it won't happen over there. Okay. Sounds like Yamaha. This is a Yamaha piano, I'm sure. Probably not. But there was a book that definitely had some piano notes on it. So we probably just need to find those notes and then find that sound by ear as the rocket spaceship code or something, I guess. So the first note is this C, the second note is this higher C, then an E flat, then an F, and then a 5. My music degree really has gotten me a long ways. Couldn't have done this without it. What did that book say for the piano keys? Yeah, well, it says, it has this right here. I don't know if the words are important here. Oh, it says, I've just noticed a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Yeah, we've noticed that too. That's really annoying. Fortunately, I've copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age to which I hope to travel soon. Okay, people who have played the other games in this series, are all the games just set in a different age? Is that like the premise? But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. So the book doesn't really say anything about the piano notes, but it is... No, the picture, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it has the picture, and I think that's what's important. So we're going to play those different notes and see if we can match them up on the little diagram. So first is low C, followed by 2, which is upper C. 3 is an upper E flat. 4 is F in the middle. And then 5 is that low B flat. We're getting there, guys. We're finally like getting to the point where we can actually solve these puzzles, and that's exciting. So the first note is that lower C. Keep that sound in your head, and let's see if we can match it. There it is. And then the next note is a higher C. We're gonna have to match that note. Oh shoot, I think I might have messed this up. Try let's see first. Okay. It's very this dial is very finicky. Like it's very, all the notes are very close together. Okay, we got the first 2 notes right. Next one is this note. Was that right? Yep. I hope your ears are doing okay. These are some harsh organ sounds. F is next. And then the last one. Your ears are not okay. I'm so sorry. We will get through this together. My ears are not okay either. That's a nicer sound, right? This low sound, calm your bleeding ears. I bet this one's the best one. We like that sound a lot better. Okay, but we need the sound. Here comes the bride. Okay, I think that's it. That was a fun little song. Oh, and there's a book. Lots of books in this game. Oh. Ooh. How to Train Your Dragon Core. We're flying around the islands. Like that scene in How to Train Your Dragon. Is this just repeating? Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh. We haven't been to that point on the island yet. Or any of these parts of the island. Interesting looking trees. Okay, what's going on? Is the big fat and loud? Oh my god! Wait a minute, did we actually ride? Oh my, that... Was that not a TV screen? I thought that was a TV screen. But I don't think it actually was. I think that was just the view from the window. So we ended up on this weird other island. Who knows what's here? Looks like another music puzzle. Those are weird noises. Everyone pick your favorite noise. The train whistle. Which one was that? This wasn't it, was it? That sounds violent, like a bomb coming in. Oh, that's the train whistle. Yeah. I think this one's my favorite noise, actually. Did anyone hear a few years ago when when NASA put out noise that they recorded from Mars? It was so cool, and it sounded kind of like that. Supposedly the noise itself, the actual noise that's on Mars, the wind floating around, is really, really, really low, too low for us to hear, so they had to like pitch it up a few octaves. But after they pitched it up a few octaves, this is what it sounded like. Everybody go look that up, it was so cool. Mars noise, Mars background noise. 10 out of 10, would highly recommend. Wow. There's a lot going on here. I don't even know where to start with this island. I feel like I'm already gonna get lost. Might help if I don't run around so fast, right? Oh wait, what was that? I like that weird pan flute, I agree. Reminds me of the war lawnmower. Thank you for your service. So each one of these places on the island seems to have a different noise. I'm not sure I like this island as much as the other island. I'm a little lost and confused. Oh, there we go, thank God. Can we get back to the other island? Or do we have to... Oh, God. Doesn't look like we can get back to the other island yet. Which, actually, since it's 10:07 p.m., that probably is a good stopping point. We can explore this island more next Wednesday when we play Myst again. Yeah, this is good. I'll have to sit and think about this, and maybe we'll all come up with new ideas on how to solve some of these weird puzzles. But thank you guys for joining us again. It's been fun. I'm really a big fan of this game already. It's confusing, but it is very satisfying when we get stuff figured out. And that's exactly what I like a good mystery game to be like. Alright. Good job, very fun game. I agree. And yeah. Anyways, thank you again. We'll see you guys on Sunday if you want to play Sable, and on Wednesday if you want to see me play Myst. Have a wonderful time. I'll see you guys later.